Fucking.
Only 35.
Hey, Vinay Gutta,
Hey man, പിന്നെ
എന്നാ പരിപാടി?
എന്ത് പരിപാടിയാടാ ഇപ്പൊ എന്ത് കഥ പിന്നെ എന്തിത്
ഇതെന്ത് കാട്ടാളം നിൽക്കല്ലേ പോയി ഷേവ് ചെയ്യടാ.
Yeah, my students everyone
ഹായ്
please
സർ
kindly students everyone listen to me carefully. I'm just waiting for the recording to start. Everyone please disable your audio please. Click disable on your audio please because only I'll be talking right now. As and when you have a doubt you can press the enable of your audio and then talk. If not your background sound is going to disturb. Please understand. I want everyone to click Augustine Jose, please click off, switch off your audio. Only if you have doubts or queries, either you can use the chat option there or your audio. Okay. If you have any doubts, then you can please click on the audio enable and then ask a question. Okay. Just a second. I still can hear some noises. Wait, let me check who else is on. Everyone has it off. Everything is in order before we officially start it off. Some students are messaging on WhatsApp right now asking whether it is. Please switch off your audio, please, everyone. Switch off your audio. Switch it off. Thank you. Rahul, kindly switch off your audio, please. Yes, we are about to start now. I'll start it off. Recording is started. I think you can see a recording icon on the right side of your screen, right, students?
Yes,
So
sir.
need not. Yeah, okay, okay. Need not use your audio. No issues at all. I'll ask you when to use your audio. All right. So let me officially start it off. 39 students are there. So very good afternoon to everyone gathered here. I hope you can see me clearly. More importantly is the audio, which is very, very important. Okay, so let me keep a track of time. It's 5:30 now. We're supposed to start at 5. Then many students had a lot of doubt. So I am starting right now. Students, welcome to the 5th module of Hi students, I'm so sorry, got disconnected. I hope you can hear me now. I think it's all fine. Let me straight away go to the fifth module, that is pricing decisions. Now, this is the second P of marketing. In my previous classes, I have spoken on product. By the way, students, for the ones who don't know still, there is an option called turning on your caption. If you click on turn on caption, whatever I'm trying to talk, the English sentences are formed in the base, that is the subtitles. So kindly switch it on, it might actually help you. It is around 80% to 90% accurate. Okay, so it is nice, please use it. Okay, now straight away going to the module now, fifth module, that is pricing. Now when I tell price, right, what are the things what comes to your mind? Don't use audio right now, use the chat option there, okay, and type in whatever comes to your mind when you think of the word price. Pricing, remember, anything, whatever you feel like, what comes to your mind, use the chat option. Like, okay, money, Arun says money. Good start, Arun. Go ahead. Remember, this video is recorded. Again, some money, go on. Cost, good. Even if it's repetitive, no issues. Value, perfect, good. Ventage, Niratya, nice. Cost and money. Cost is fine, good. Go on. I want you to get interactive, please. As I told you, the internal marks also a high weightage is given for interaction, your participation in online videos, your Google Classroom participation, your video presentation which you have sent to me, your PPT presentation. So all that is going to come into play for your internal marks, especially for this semester. So the more you get involved, the more you enjoy it, the more better it's going to be for you. So that's it. I'm not getting more answers. So money comes, cost comes, value comes, anything else comes to your mind when it comes to price, top of your mind, price. If any student wants to talk and answer it also, I can give you permission. Who wants to talk? Click enable and then start talking. Yeah. Luxury, okay. Okay. Anyone else? Value for money, good, good. Value, agreed. Worth, expense, good. Expense, then all the customers are charged on the same price for the same goods on product offered for sale. Okay, good. Expense is input, nice. Value is the common answers, good. Worth, money, value, cost, competition, luxury, amount paid for purchase of a particular product, good. Price depends on the product, different price, good. Act as a blood of an organization, very good. That is in the sense, of course, that is the survival, right? Pricing with that to get profit itself, correct? Transaction of goods, very good. That's nice. Now, let me go further in it, okay? Before I go further, let me just present you my PPT screen. So please observe. Try to see where do I get that connected. 1 minute, hold on. Share my screen, guys, so that you can see the PPT screen. Last time I experimented in Instagram, it was not very clear, right? So this is much better, I feel. Around 40 plus students have joined, and 42 actually. Okay, I think till it just starts off. Not okay. I'm just sharing my screen right now. I think you can see it. Open up PPT. Right. Yeah, I think you can see the screen right now very clearly, right? So module 5 is totally pricing decisions. This is Don sir here. So going back to the next thing as to what are the important factors and concepts which came or comes into play in this particular module. Okay, these are the important ones. Role of pricing in marketing in general, that is as per your syllabus. Factors influencing pricing. Now, this has come many a time, students, directly or indirectly, or a specific variable about the influence has been asked. Pricing objectives, methods of pricing, pricing strategies, new product pricing, as well as psychological pricing. Specifically, they've asked you questions on this. So, just to define what is pricing before we have more interaction, what is price? Price, as you rightfully told in different words, price represents the value of a good or service for both the seller and the buyer. Price is the amount of money charged for a particular product or service, or the sum of values exchanged for the benefits of having or using the product or service. Another meaning of it, price is the only element of marketing mix among all the P's, that is, which actually generates revenue. Otherwise, all the elements actually have cost, right? So, if you actually observe all the P's, let it be product, let it be promotion, let it be place, let it be physical evidences, let it be process or whatever, everywhere all the P's, right, are the ones which gives cost to the company, or it is more of outgoing. Incoming is the only P which is pricing, whereby the price gets the profit for the particular company. I hope it's very clear. So you can still use your chat or anything, whatever you feel like adding anything, please feel free. PPT is not displayed, so no, I can't see PPT, can't see. Sir, where is PPT? Oh, you couldn't see PPT? 1 minute, I'll try again. 1 minute, hold on. Okay, I hope you can see my PPT right now. I am talking about module 5, pricing decisions. So these are the important concepts which comes under the 5th module. Again, it's as part of your syllabus. You can get to see all these topics there. But these concepts are very, very important. Remember, this video is going to be saved on the Google Drive later. I hope you could see your PPT. No, so you still can't see the PPT? No, sir, not visible. So okay, I'm wondering. Wait, let me see. Stop sharing. 1 minute. Can you see? Ismail, can you see? Yes, no, what? Wait, I'll just try to see the screen, show the screen again. Only PPT can't see. Okay, fine. Wait 1 second, Vinay. Okay, guys, I hope you can see the PPT screen very clearly now. Module 5 pricing. I was talking about the important concepts of pricing. So you can see this, right? Just someone comment yes, no, what? No, still no. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, I think there must be some delay or something. Now it's all sorted, correct? Great. Now I removed the PPT. Okay. Initially I put the PPT, then I got back onto the video. So again, I will let you know when I'm going back to the PPT. Hope it's clear. So I'm stopping the sharing part of it. I'm getting back to the video. I hope it's very clear. Great. Now, when we talk about pricing, right? Now, your dream company, you need to apply here. In fact, this is the best place for you to apply your dream company now. Now, all of you, just think for a moment, what could be the price of the products and services which you are offering? I want you to just type it here. What are the factors which will come into play? I'll repeat again. While you are deciding on the pricing of your particular product in your dream company. I'm repeating again one more time because it's online. I may have to repeat it 2 times more until we are stable. Okay. Your dream company has products and services, right? How are you going to price your products and services? What are the factors which will come into your mind while you decide the final price. For example, now this is one innovative product which I found. It's called vegetarian bits. Okay, it's a new product. There's a concept called new product pricing. Now the speciality of this particular product here is, of course, in the earlier module we spoke about product, packaging and all that stuff. Now in this particular product, this is just an example before you start thinking of yours. Okay, and I'm not owning this product. This is just a disclaimer. It's just a case study. Okay. Now the speciality of this product here is it has ingredients which is good and healthy for you. And the people who are fond of chicken, for example, or non-veg, right? They could use this product, which is a 100% vegetarian product, which feels somewhat like a chicken. It's not 100% chicken. It feels like a chicken, So when you're eating anything like butter chicken or anything else, the feeling of that chicken which you eat, this product is marketing it that way. So they're trying to say that it tastes similar, not exactly same, but it's same. It's like a replacement for your chicken. Now, how would they go about with pricing? Think about it. If you're the marketing company, if it's 250 grams right now, how would you go about with pricing this? First, let's talk about this. Then you can talk about your dream company. So quickly tell me, if you're the marketing manager of this particular product called Vegetarian Bits, promoted by Good Dot, okay, for 250 grams, how much would you price it? What are the factors which you would want to consider while pricing this? Come on, tell me. Drop in your answers on the chat quickly. Competition, correct. Quality, quantity, cost, value for money, okay. Correct, good. Profit margin, good. I'll just try to see the chat. I'll keep the product down. Okay. Quantity, cost, good. Value for money, great. Profit margin, expenses included to produce the particular product, correct, Mega. Value for money, Rahul, good. Priya, demand for the product, correct. Quality, demand, quality, correct. Quantity and quality or value pricing based on the demand again. See the words which comes here, students, because the words which you're using, the interaction which you're giving me through your answers, right? These are answers to predominant content of our pricing subject or the module itself. The taste, 250 rupees, someone said, okay. That your profit margin, demand, quality. Students who just joined or whatever, your audio, please switch it off, please, because your background sound will disturb the whole class here. Okay, thank you. Use the chat option, by the way. Some people are still using the audio. Please switch it off. Okay, profit margin, demand, quality, features, quality, cost, demand, customer value, quality, demand for product, demand for a product. See the words. You'll actually get an idea as to the common words like demand, value, right? Competition, monopoly of the product in the market, value of the money, value for money, that is. Demand, quality, demand, manufacturing expenses, quality and demand, selling margin, quantity, demand. A lot of good answers, good. Customer preferences, taxes, marketing conditions, good. Waste of costs, promotional expenses, good. Depends on expenses, right. Let's stop it here. Of course, the price of this product is they're charging 155. Okay, now why are they doing this at a lesser price? I feel it's less as of now. Why? Because it's a new product in the market, right? People don't know about this. Once people use it, buy it, they'll get the confidence. Then the demand will automatically increase. For example, I like this product. I may tell to 5 friends of mine. They may use it. Some may like it, some may not like it. Then what will happen? The demand will increase. So over a period of time, they may increase their pricing, right? So until a brand is known in the market, people may hesitate to pay a lot of price for it. I hope it's clear. Now, keeping this product aside, I want you to come again and continue our earlier talk on what are the factors you will consider while you price your product and service in your dream company. All right. Now we're going to start that. So please shoot your answers. Your answers could be similar to what I just interacted with you on this product. Now you have to tell me about your company. Come on, quickly, because the more answers you give, the lesser PPT content we need to discuss on. Come on, starts now. So let me see. Quantity and quality of your product. Okay. Selling margin, demand for the particular product. Rahul, you're going to consider that. Cost of your production, Vinay, good. Making a quality. Okay. Demand, cost, incurred, Niratya. Okay, profit margin, competition, Venkatesh, quality and market demand, Lavanya, profit. Pradayani, about the quality and quantity of your particular product. Okay, marketing expenses. Okay, manufacturing is Pradayani says quality quantity. Rahul says manufacturing expenses. Agastyan says demand competition expenses. Great. What about the others? Aren't you going to price your product? Are you going to just give it free of cost? It's free. I'm coming. Give it to me. If not, please give me reasons as to how do you plan your pricing. Yes. Packaging costs of it. Okay. Quality cost put together. Cost incurred, margin, quality, demand for the product, what we are correct, Srinidhi correct, quantity, cost of the product, packaging, Priyambada, Srinidhi again, demand, Rahul, based on the standards of the product, design, logo, right? Anything else? I'll just give a minute more. Quality, quantity, Varun says labor cost, Priyambada says packaging expenses, Sushmita says quantity, quality, Brinda, cost incurred, demand, Shiva, cost incurred, okay. For it also the profit correct. Advertisement expenses, labor expenses, that's a good angle to it again. Bigger. When the price of the raw material is correct, again it fluctuates. Nimitta, so some quality, demand, quantity, packaging, manufacturing. That's what, see, for example, if it's my company now, say I am launching, say, a mobile phone, for example. Now, there are so much of cutthroat competition. Can I price it very high? Absolutely not. You can just take an example of Vivo and Oppo's and all. When they came to India, they couldn't suddenly price at a high price. They started with a low price. Why? Because it should become a household name. People should hear about it. People should see it, check it out. Then later, did you observe? There are new brands which were launched in the market. The price of these brands were a little higher, 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 right? As compared to their original pricing of their first brand. That's how companies work. So that's a strategy called penetrative strategy. We're going to study that. There is something called skimming strategy, which Apple and all do. The reputed brands in the market with high demand, and also people are ready to pay for it. They don't worry about the money. They start at launch at a high price. After some time, did you see iPhone price drop a bit lower after 1 week, after maybe 1 month, and then still people are buying it. Then people will buy at different level, right? So that is called skimming. So there are different strategies of pricing. So let me straight away go to the PPT slide right now, just to take it further. All right, just pause on your interaction for this one. Let me quickly share my slide. I'm going to my Yeah. So we stopped here. I was talking about the important concepts. So let me go on the next slide. That is pricing is already discussed as to what is pricing. Okay. Next, first concept I want to focus on is factors which affect pricing. Okay. Now there are different factors. You have just told me, right? Many of you have already touched upon these points. See, demand. Majority of you have touched upon competition. So many of you have touched upon it. Objectives of the business. Now, this is something which should be very clear. Objectives of the business here is, why are you pricing the product at that price? Is it because you want profit? Is it because you want to just let the people buy the particular product without you getting a lot of profit? So that once they use it, the product will become popular and then later you can increase your price? Or is it because, okay, you've invested so much, you want the returns within particular period of time? What are your objectives? Sometimes the objective of pricing could be one or more than one. Okay. Sometimes the government policies also will come into play. Sometimes, as you said, economic environment. Now let's see right now, the coronavirus has created a lot of turmoil right now, right? So the economic conditions right now, people may not want to go and buy apartments right now. The first objective is totally different, right? So the conditions are also making an impact. Cost of the particular product, that is some many of you are told, that is actually the basic factor which comes into play. There are different types of costs also. If you're studying economics, you get to learn more about it. There is fixed cost. Fixed cost, if for example you have bought an office, so that's a fixed cost, right? you have to pay rent. These are things which keeps recurring. There's something called semi-variable. That is where, example, now you buy raw materials. The raw materials you will buy, and the cost for that will depending on how much do you want to order. So that is variable. And there is something called as totally variable, whereby it could be something whereby it's 100% variable, where you don't have to buy minimum quantities of anything. Again, it could be something like see, I'll give you a better example now. Variable would be raw materials. I would like to change the example. Semi-variable would be something like, say, your electricity cost, where, or your telephone bill, fixed telephone bill, where even if you don't use it, you know there will be a minimum fixed charge which you need to pay, right? So that is semi-variable. It's partially fixed and partially variable. So of course you want to do more calls, where semi-variable will increase, and variable is like raw material. That's a better example, where depending on how much you want to manufacture, that much quantities of materials you would be buying and procuring. That is 100% variable. All that becomes totally put together cost of product. Of course, there are hundreds of other factors which comes under these heads, so you need to understand. And of course, the marketing mix elements like advertisement. Now, Amitabh Bachchan, you want to hire to promote your particular product. If I get someone to market veg dot products, and I want to have say a fitness guy like Virat Kohli now, is into health and fitness. Hiring him is not easy. It's not going to be a joke. It's not going to be cheap. So that is going to be a cost which I am to pay, right? So all that becomes the cost overall of marketing put together. Okay. So I hope that is understood by everyone. I'll stop sharing. I should go to my video. Okay. So I hope so far everything is okay. If any comments or anything, just click on that chat and then let me know on that. Give money. Okay, a lot of answers I've got after that. Let me see. No answers. So now, okay, that's okay, no issues. Transportation costs, expenses, right? So, students, I think you would have got some idea as to what is pricing, right? Let me just restart it again. Price is nothing but the final product. For example, now I have Old Spice here. Okay, it's after shower and you have, and the price of that is 235 MRP. So for a company which is Old Spice, now let's take this as an example. Okay, now this is pretty nice. I really like it a lot. It gives me a fresh feel, and it's very nice. Now I find it worth buying, paying 235 rupees, and buying it. Now the company Old Spice, now for example, now they would manufacture it, right? So the bottle itself, it's a metal bottle. It's not a glass. It's metal, right? So it costs something for this particular. So they factor that in. Of course, there is a lot of different costs like your research, your raw materials which are required to have this particular thing. It's and how many ml thing is mentioned there, but it must be there, whatever. 150 ml, all right? It's 150 ml, so 250 bucks I paid for it, and it's totally valid. So I, as a consumer, find it worth, because Old Spice is a brand. Okay, it has, and it's a lemon base, and this is not my perfume, by the way. For the ones who were asking about my perfume, this is just an after a shower kind of water which we use. Okay, now coming back to this aspect, so there are a lot of factors which comes into play before they fix the price 250. Now, what would they have thought of? What was their strategy? What was their method of pricing? Was it cost plus the profit margin? Like, say, for example, if the cost was 120 rupees and they wanted a profit of, say, 50 rupees. So 170 rupees, they're giving it to the wholesaler. Wholesaler may sell it for 200 rupees. With 30 rupees profit margin, the wholesaler gives. And the retailer sells it at 250 rupees, which is the MRP. And they get a profit 50 rupees per bottle, for example. So we as consumers pay 250 rupees and I get this bottle. It is manufactured by Old Spice company. It is maybe sold to a wholesaler. It goes to a retail and then comes to my house, and that's where it comes to my house. So now the 250 thing, what was your objective on finalizing 250? Was it profit only? Was it beating the competition? Was it understanding the demand? Was it understanding the economic condition? This comes into play. Was it the raw materials used? Was it part of the marketing campaign, part of it put together? How would we know? We would not know, but there would be some strong strategy behind finalizing the pricing. Correct? So, what are the different factors which comes into play? you have already mentioned some top of my mind. I just want to tell everything which comes into play. Of course, all the materials and all the cost involved. So, material cost, cost of transportation, cost of packaging put together, your employee's salary cost put together, electricity cost, your rental cost, your warehouse cost, your margin cost, your incentive cost. You were giving. What about the taxes part of it? What about the government regulation amount which has to be given depending on the kind of aspects which you're dealing with? What about say bonuses to your employees put together? These are certain things which are not directly connected. There are a lot of factors which comes into play whereby the companies have to think on the price smartly. See, pricing 250 rupees is just not a joke. You have to consider n number of aspects because if you price it too high, there's another impact of it. There's a competition there, people may not like it. And if you price it too low also, no, your profit will lose. And some of them might find that the brand may not be up to the mark. No? See, when the price is too high of a particular product, what comes to your mind? See the branded product. We talk about brand, right? Let me talk about Peter England now. The shirt. We spoke about it, right? What comes to your mind when you think about the shirt, Peter England? The ones who've heard of it, please kindly, answer it here. When you think about Peter England shirt, quality, someone spoke about Lavanya, okay, whether it's for this one, okay, okay, quantity, okay, let me give me other answers. Quality, everyone's talking about quality. See the word quality here. Top of your mind, quality is the first thing. Peter England, you're talking about brand, right? Design, okay, good. I'm not telling your name because a lot of people are the brand, good. Brand, color, good. Quality, okay. Quality, quantity also, okay. Quality, brand quality, design, brand image. See the common words which you have all put across together. Foreign company, but actually it's an Indian company. Of course, that's what I wanted to tell. Peter England is an Indian company. It's an Indian brand. When you hear Peter England, you might think it's somewhere connected to UK or foreign. Indians and majority of the people, when we get Western products, right, our mind, wow, brand, I love to wear Peter England. Yeah. Actually, it's an Indian brand. There's nothing wrong in it. It's all in your mind, right? So people who love India and all, no, they might not like Peter England, but majority of them they have a small, quite love towards the Western products. So they will actually, love it. See, Hindustan Unilever, for example. Hindustan is a word they're branded and cooperated for Indian operations. Actually, Unilever is not an Indian brand at all. Just see, companies are very smart. I still remember once we were going to Singapore and I was looking to buy some t-shirts and all, and the price of the t-shirt were very, very expensive for that particular place. But while I went and bought some leather shoes and very dirt cheap, very chocolates also, very cheap. But the apparels were very expensive in Singapore. Now we were wondering what's happening. But actually, when we learned a little bit more, all the t-shirts and all the apparels were being exported from India to Singapore and Malaysia. Okay. So what has happened was they just had their seal and they were selling in their store at 4 times the price to 5 times the price which we're getting in India. I hope you got the idea now. Price now, the brand comes with a lot of factors are there which will influence you to buy a particular product or not. So Peter England was a good example. Foreign company, as you rightfully said, right? Yeah, quantity standard, name itself. That's why once you have a fixed brand, you can increase the price of it, right? Because when you don't have a fixed brand, you may not want to pay for it, correct? Which is your favorite soft drink we talk about, right? In class, by Coke. See the word brand of Coke, it's a Coca-Cola. It's a huge, huge brand. The cost of a 20, 25 rupees you're going to pay for the cost that is MRP and the actual cost of the particular product for them just to produce that bottle. I'm not talking about the advertisement cost, just the cost of producing one bottle will be less than 1 rupee. It could be 75% to 80 paisa, and you're actually paying 20, 24 rupees. Of course, depends on where you're buying it from. If you're buying it from a five-star hotel or a grand club or anything else, you may have to pay 50 rupees to 100 rupees for a soft drink. But just see, it's less than 1 rupee, and you are you know, paying 100 rupees. Pharmaceutical products now. I have a friend who tells me a lot about it. Products which are worth 20 rupees, the cost is being sold at 100 rupees. Now, I am not telling they're cheating. No, the cost involved on the R&D, that is the research and development for these companies, say Cipla and a lot of other companies, they spend a huge amount of money. Now, see, coronavirus, the pandemic, how much of amount of funds are being invested for them to come up with a solution or a drug for this pandemic, right? They may get a solution, may not get the solution, but the company is investing that much amount of money. So they will have to plan their pricing of their products put together. All the products need not be that particular product. They may get a solution, may not get a solution, right? They'll have to keep these things in mind. So one of the other products which may cost 20 rupees for them, the amount of investment they have done on the other products and R&D put together, you know, they may charge 100 rupees and you may think 80 rupee profit. Wow, no, you cannot understand that easily. A lot of factors comes into play. The pharmaceutical is the best example to give you, whereby pricing is very challenging. It is not that easy for us to easily catch up. Okay, so these are the factors. So quickly, let me go to my PPT slide. Yes, good. Users, customer feedback, and all that is also good. Let me again share my screen so that we go to the next part of our PPT. Half an hour is done of my class, so I just want to conclude in 15-20 minutes now. We had a good discussion so far. I hope we can continue this. Remember, I'm going to share the video again. So going back to the So the next part which I want to talk on, I was talking pricing. Then I spoke about the factors affecting pricing, right? Yeah, I didn't touch on PLC. PLC here is product life cycle. In the fourth module, we spoke about product life cycle. We spoke about aeroplane, no? Introduction, growth, maturity, decline. So that is the thing, whereby your price of your product may change depending on the product life cycle. At times, you might have seen vegetable vendors in the street. Now, imagine they're selling watermelon there. Okay, now during the start of the day, they may price it high because they have a full day to go. During the end of the day, their price may actually fluctuate. So within one day also you can see the product life cycle changing. Actually, to be very honest. Okay, so what happens? So carrying so many watermelon, and if it gets spoiled, so they may end up selling it at a lesser price in the end of the day. I hope it's clear. So the price, it's very volatile. But some commodity it is the same. Like FMCG, it might not change that easily. Sugar, salt, and our government intervention also will be there. There are certain products which are regulated by the government. Non-regulated are the ones whereby you are free to choose your own price, right? So sugar, these aspects, milk and all, are petrol, diesel, are regulated itself. You cannot suddenly change the price just like that. Okay? So the next factor which I want to talk on here is the procedure for establishing price. So you can make a note of this. It's a very important concept. Of course, the student presentation and video presentation I will be sharing shortly. So here, first one, what we'll do, we'll select the pricing objective. You simply blindly can't go and fix a price, as I put. What is your purpose of fixing the price? It could be one objective or more. For example, I want to start my own, say, shoes manufacturing. All right, the D shoes. All right, now I want to first, let me follow this process. Now you can apply your dream company here again. Please apply it. It will make more sense to you. Now, when I am selecting the pricing objective, now my intention here is my want the brand, that is the D shoes, to become a household name where people get to know about it. Okay, that is my first factor which I'm considering. Second thing, I'm also aware that there are a lot of competition in the shoes business. There are big brands in the game, so I have to be very careful. So what I'm trying to do now, I am trying to see whether I can make some very good-looking, flashy kind of shoes, which is more catering to the jogging and running kind of thing. Everyone is health conscious, gym wear, jogging wear, informal ways kind of thing. So my intention here is I want to be unique as much as possible, and I want to price the shoes at a lesser price initially, so that when people buy it, especially I want to highlight it on online store like Amazon and lot of new stores which have come into play. Even Tata's have come into play. Reliance is shortly going to come into play. So I want to launch it there. So I want profit, of course, but a lesser profit initial level. Later, I may increase my price of the brands of the shoes. Objective, I want people to know about my shoes. Second, I want to determine the demand. Now, which city, what is the demand, what is the segmentation, targeting, all that I need to understand. Third is estimating the cost. The different costs which I'm going to incur here, right? The cost of raw materials, the marketing, the R&D cost, the distribution channel, distributors, the overall brand ambassadors cost, again part of marketing will be there. So how am I going to market it? Am I going to have my own showrooms, or whether I'm going to give it to the wholesalers, retailers? I have to have a clear understanding of the cost, including the taxes involved, and when setting up a manufacturing unit put together, a lot of these aspects. Then comes analyze the cost price, and of course this is the next thing which I'm going to do. Of course, I will not be competing with Adidas and Nike immediately, which has 3,000, 4,000 to 10,000 rupees easily per shoes, right? I would see the competition from their point of view, of course, because they are coming under shoes. But also, I would also consider shoes of my price range. So my target audience who is price sensitive, who's looking at shoes of my price area, which other brands in that particular city are offering. So I need to have an analysis of that. What are their offers? How are they offering it, etc. Including online offers. Then once that all things are considered, I will be selecting the pricing method. So after analyzing everything else, I will choose one or more than one method for pricing my particular product. It could be cost plus 20% profit, overall whatever cost comes divided plus 20% profit per unit I'm talking about. Okay. So my shoes, if it's giving me a cost of say 200 rupees, I would like to charge say 299 rupees. So 99 rupees is my pure profit per shoes unit I'm talking about. 200 rupees is the overall cost, including all the uh, costs involved with wholesaler, retailers, etc. I'm just giving an example. Of course, 299 is just a very small amount. You can actually think of say 599. So whereby the cost could be 450 rupees and 150 rupees could be my profit margin. Then finally the selecting the final price. That is the last amount. Like I told you about old spice rate, 250 rupees. That's the final price which you're going to fix it up. Of course, these contents are huge. Please understand. There's also something called as pricing strategy, students. Please understand. Methods are different. Strategy is different. Strategy is nothing but what is your mindset? Why are you trying to keep that price? Okay. Method is what is your final price. There's a difference between it. For example, I told you about skimming and penetrative, right? So that strategy will come into play. So before we go to strategy, there are methods also, right? So there are different methods. One is, as I told you, cost-based pricing. That means simple. It's a very simple thing. Whatever is your cost, based on that, you will start pricing your particular product. This is the most commonly used method of pricing, which is seen everywhere. Correct? Very simple. Example, I told old price, right? The cost is 200 rupees. I want to have a profit 50 rupees. So cost based pricing. Next one comes here is the cost plus pricing is understood. Markup pricing. Cost plus pricing is understood. Markup pricing is nothing but over a period of time you want to have say 10 rupees margin markup after every season or after every month, for example. So if it's 100, next month will be 110. So next after that you want a markup of 10 rupees more. So 120. So this is called markup prices methods. So there are hundreds of methods and strategies. Correct? Please understand that. Next one is the traditional break-even analysis. Break-even analysis here, definitely the finance students will be jumping into it. Economic students also will understand it. Break-even point, there is no profit, no loss. This is when you want to determine as to when are you going to reach break-even. It's simple. Your dream company now. You might have invested 25 lakhs on your business unit, right? You want to know how fast are you going to get back the 25 lakhs so that you become no profit, no loss. It could be depending on how many years you are ready to wait for it. It could be 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, I do not know. It could be 1 year also. So based on that, you might put your price aggressively. That becomes break-even pricing. Next one comes target return price. Now, this is similar to break even, but it's a little different. Here, you are not looking at break even point. Here, your target here is how much amount of profit are you looking at, or how much amount of revenue are you looking at for you to get within XYZ months. Say, for example, I want to get a return of 1 crore for my investment of 25 lakhs within 5 years, for example. Based on that, you're going to price your particular product. Next one is demand based pricing. I think this is understood. If you go to buy fish in the market in the morning, I know some of you may not eat fish, some of you are vegetarian, so kindly bear with me. I'm just giving an example. What will happen here is you go to the market, depending on the catch of the fisherman, the price of certain commodity or fishes will go high or low. If they get a lot of supply of a particular fish, for example, the price of that particular fish they will not charge much. But there's certain fishes like kingfish and a lot of other fishes like your prawns and your crabs and all some rare what do you call it? Particular what I forgot about it. Uh, Exquisite or something very very rare and big prawns or something you get on that. Right? They charge very high because the supply is low, people want it, and that is where the price increases. So that becomes demand-based pricing. Today, someone is put on the audio, please switch it off. Thank you. Yeah, so now the strategy, there are two types of main strategies of pricing. Please understand this is crucial, students. Many a time they've asked questions directly or indirectly on this thing. One is called skimming pricing strategy, skimming. Other is called penetrative strategy. Okay. Skimming, as I told earlier in the starting of my class, Apple uses it predominantly, or all reputed brands in the market, right? They use the skimming strategy. This is when the company or the brand starts pricing their newly launched products at a high price. Because when they launch a new product, there are hundreds of people who are ready to go and buy the particular product. Correct? After some time, the price of the same product reduces over a period of time. You might have seen iPhone itself, the series of iPhone phones itself. When a new mobile is launched, it is very highly priced. In fact, if I'm not wrong, Samsung has their one new phone coming up, which costs 1,64,000 rupees. I'm not joking. For that, you will have to make an advance payment of around 50%, if I'm not wrong, and that is supposed to be a very unique phone. Now, 1,64,000 for a mobile phone. Wow. I wish I could go and buy it, but I don't know whether I can use all the features, so it's not worth for me. But there are buyers who are going to buy it, and I'm sure some of the buyers may not even use all the features. But they are the first buyers. They have a lot of money, no issues at all for them to go and buy, and they are very brand conscious. Some of them want to just show off in the market. They may use the product. They may sell it after 1.5 week or 2 weeks at maybe 30% lesser price to the market. Someone else is waiting for the product at that particular price, and they're going to take it up. So this is all demand and supply put together. But this is called skimming, pricing strategy. This strategy is aimed at segment interest in quality, uniqueness, or the status. Now, what happens here is in this particular product, they understand this product is of a premium nature. So people are not price sensitive as such. So they will start pricing high and then they will come low. The goals are profit maximization, return on investment, and early recovery of cash. In this method, firm skims the market in the first instance to high price and subsequently settles down for a lower price. This is called skimming strategy. Now, penetrative strategy, now, on the other hand, is opposite of skimming. This is used generally by majority of the players, by the way, because these are the ones who want to get a market share. These are the ones who are coming new into the market. So majority of your dream companies, you may want to use penetrative pricing strategy. This is when, because you're just entering the market, people don't know who you are. They are not trying your particular product. So if you price your product higher, no one is going to buy it, right? You price it at a lower price, just like how I told Vivo and Oppo when they launched their products in India. You know, they price it very less. But now if you see their mobile brand prices, they start up with a decent price. I'm not telling scheming strategy, but they are in the mid of. So they are penetrated. What happens here? Start at a low price. After a period of time, there are other products, other brands in their product line. We spoke about product mix now in the fourth module. Product lines are all put together. This is where the companies will use their newly created brand image to increase their price over a period of time. This is called penetrative pricing. So in this approach aims towards the mass market to gain high sales volume. The goals are volume and market share, very clear. In this case, marketers set a low initial price in order to penetrate the market quickly and deeply. You might have seen some places also, they might say introductory pricing, correct? See, Hotstar, if I remember last year, I went for a subscription for such 365 rupees or something, I do not know. And they said it's introductory pricing. So Hotstar, that time they were World Cup and a lot of this. I thought that is value for money, so not an issue. So I went for it. But next subsequent year, they may not even price at that product price. They may charge a higher because people are used to it. Now people have liked it. Netflix is similar, They once people know about it, when the demand is higher, of course they will increase the price. So this is a question many times I've asked. Pricing strategy. Okay, so skimming and penetrative are the two major strategies. Methods and factors for finalizing or creating the price or influencing price, all these are part within it, including your cost, competition, demand based, all that factors comes in. Competition oriented pricing, as I told you, some of you also have told in the chat itself. So based on the competition, you would price. So many times cost is considered, but it's important to know what is the market's price. How much are they selling it for? Once you get an idea about it, then you will try to price your particular product based on that. See, for example, restaurants. Hello. Someone's audio. Someone's audio, please switch it off. Yeah. Volume. Whose audio is that?
Sir, it's Vinay's audio.
Vinay, can you just switch it off, Vinay? I think it's fine. Better now. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Coming back to I just saw your answers here. Yeah, Bata you spoke about, correct. Seasonal pricing you spoke about. See, umbrella right now. Okay. Now it's about to rain in days to come now. Suddenly the demand for the umbrellas will be huge, right? Usually, why do you buy umbrellas now? Umbrellas you buy to,
PPT.
Sorry. They don't use audio, please. Please switch it off. You can just type your answers here. Thank you. Because if multiple people talk, becomes a bit challenging. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a chance to talk. Whoever wants to talk later. All right. Thank you. So coming back to umbrella, all right. I hope that is closed. All right. Someone is in the market or something. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, coming back to umbrellas. Now you'd use it to save yourself from the rain, getting wet, right? Simple. But umbrella also has the other benefits, like going in the sun. Girls would love to use it, right? Even I would not mind using it. You get tanned very quickly. But that's multiple usage of the umbrella. But the first primary usage is rainy season, right? The rain. So suddenly, when the rainy season starts off, the demand for umbrellas will pick up, right? So we'll have a quick interaction. Let me just finish it off. I'll just come back to your queries, everything put together. So yeah, let me go back to my sharing of my PPT here. So competition-based pricing. So you will of course see what's happening in the market and then go and finalize the product. So that's competition-based pricing. Then let me go buyer-based pricing. Now the perceived value of the particular product by a buyer also is important. Some of them, example, doctors do this actually, somewhere along the line. And but I'll use the doctor's example for the next point. Buyer-based pricing is, for example, now see, let me see. If, for example, I go into a showroom to buy a car, the salespeople will quickly try to understand who am I, what's my earning, what's my profile, what is my disposable income. Based on that, they would like to recommend products for me. Dhirubhai Ambani goes, oh sorry, if Anil Ambani goes, or Anil Ambani, sorry, is almost on bankrupt position right now. Mukesh Ambani goes, or his wife goes to a showroom. They may even ask them to buy all the cars. That is the buyer-based pricing. But a person like me, a simple guy, they might just show me a decent car, its pricing is all right. Okay, so it's become more of a buyer-based pricing. So a lot of factors come here. Perceived value comes into play. Factors come. So that is the next one. Next is the differentiated or discriminatory pricing. This is where I want to use the doctor's example. Now, when we go to a checkup, for example, many a time, sometimes I can tell my own brother's example when they are going, they get patients. Sometimes they are not very, well off. They have a lot of issues put together, but they will not even charge anything, because that is part of their service, because they're not having any cost put together, so they are happy, they don't have any issues. But of course, you have a affluent kind of patient coming, you say price is not an issue. Of course, all the best qualitative service will have to be given to them, not that they will discriminate on the quality. No, I'm just giving an example of it. A lawyer, for example, if he gets a client of a very big businessman, of course he would charge them accordingly to that itself. As compared to someone who may not be in a position to pay so much, they may not give that kind of qualitative service, of course, but they will give service based on maybe their price. So it is differentiated, or it's actually discriminating pricing. So on another angle, you can even consider when you go to say, flying aeroplane. Business class is there, there is economy class. Flying in the same plane, right? But of course, the services what you get is a little different, right? Like in movie theaters, you have balcony, you have front rows. Are you going to pay for the same? No. You have recliner seats in the back end and you have seats in the front. Almost the price is totally different, right? So that's called differentiated or discriminatory pricing. There are a lot of different examples of it. Depends on customer segment, depends on the kind of product, depends on location, time, a lot of aspects. Next and the last concept which I want to talk before we have a quick interaction, before we close for the day, psychological pricing. Now, this is again one of the methods of pricing. Okay, some of you can even put it as strategy also. What is psychological pricing? You might have seen 99 rupees, right? Have you seen 99 rupees or 199 rupees? It is psychological in nature, but consumers will not consider it as 100 rupees. It's a 3-digit number. 1 rupee it becomes 99. Back of your mind, you feel, oh, it's less than 100 rupees. But majority of the time, we give 100 rupees. The shopkeeper takes 100 rupees. He doesn't even give 1 rupee back. You think that I have bought for 99 rupees, but you actually paid 100 rupees. It's all part of psychology. It's psychological pricing. Consumers are becoming smart today. So they automatically convert 99 to 100. So marketers are also changing right now. This will not get in textbook. I'm just giving you an example of it. Companies also, they try to sell it at 85 rupees or 87 rupees or 88 rupees. Example, you might think, what 87, 88? Consumers somewhere along the line will think that is not 100. I'm not saying 87 as such. I have not seen 87 rupees, but I have seen people sell at 89 rupees, where they give 10 rupees back, shopkeeper, 10 rupees less profit to the company. Remember that, make a big note. 10 rupees into multiple products is a big money. But they're using that psychology for consumers to buy their product thinking that it is not 100 because they're getting some money back. So psychology, you feel, wow, the product is worth it. So people and marketers are doing a lot of things. Say, buy one, get two free. If they manage the pricing in such a way, see Zomato's and the Swiggy's, see the pricing. 30% or 40% of this, that, it's everything. You see the tax coming in, last you're paying a lot of money, end of the day again. So a lot of these factors comes into play. They are one of the, again, very good examples for you to see about pricing. Just see their competition level. See how they are pricing the food delivery merchants I'm talking about. The supermarkets also, right? They're trying to compete with each other. Just see the pricing models put together. That is this. Okay. So let me just go to that psychology part of it. So in this type, marketers attempt to influence the buying decisions by setting prices that are emotionally pleasing to the buyer. Okay, so psychology need not be just the 99 rupees kind of pricing. There are different factors like prestige pricing. The price is such a price that sometimes, okay, the ones, example, when you're buying the VIP cars numbers, have you seen VIP car number 1, right? The premium price to be paid for. So people who want that particular number, they don't mind paying a little extra money also. So the psychology behind it is different. But of course, we are focusing on the psychology of the price, create the mind. But I'm just giving different variables of the psychology which comes into play. correct? And of course, there is leader pricing, odd pricing, weight pricing, price lining. There are so many different types of psychological pricing which you can study upon. So let me quickly have an interaction because we are almost touching 1 hour. So students, my last question to you here is, how are you going to tackle a new competitor who has come in your market and selling particular products on a similar price like yours? I'm repeating the question. This is my final question before I take any questions from you. Imagine your dream company, you started running and you're running successful. Suddenly there is a competitor who's come and started a business whereby the customers from yours are going to him, right? How are you going to change your strategy? Focus on pricing there. Don't talk much on promotion and all. Let's focus on the pricing. Are you going to price it in a different way? Whether it's going to make an impact? You can touch upon more than pricing also, but just go ahead and shoot your answers. I repeat again, the competitors come, dream company customers are going to other company. How are you going to react, especially focusing on pricing? Can I get some answers? New offers, okay. Providing discounts, change in the quantity, good. Discount increasing the quantity, correct. Offers, discounts, offers, correct. Use the company's marketing strategy like pricing by giving additional services, okay. Price less than his product, okay. Increase the brand value and also the price, okay. Change the quantity. Buy one get one offers, seasonal offers, by giving offers, additional discounts, advertising strategies, offers, buy one get two free, correct, provide discounts. Just see the pattern of your answers. Immediately when a competitor comes into the picture, as per my case, you wanted to make sure that you do offers, right? You wanted to give discounts. You wanted to make sure that some incentives are given to your existing customers so that they don't jump to the competitor, they remain with you. I hope this is clear. So if you look around the word pricing itself, now look around your room again, like last time I just told you, no? Customer service are correct. See all the products in your room right now, or wherever you are right now. I hope you are in the house and room. See the products around. Categorize it quickly now. Put your the invisible glass on now, okay, and look around all your products. I'm also doing that, See the price of the particular product. Why would they have priced it? Just have an own analysis done of it, Yeah, getting answers, coupons, puja, okay, extra offers for regular customers, good. Look around your room right now quickly. See the price of some products. You might not have bought it, but some idea you would have. Someone, maybe your dad or someone would have bought your products at your house. And look around. I'm actually looking at ours. Buckets, watches, fast, van, my Swiss knife, for example. I bought this looking at very good. It's come from my own in 10 years that I like multiple knife put together. I found it very nice. I went for I think bought it somewhere else. Yeah, but it is pretty worth, Look around. Why would they have priced it that way? I'm here looking into my own AirPods. I loved it, and the value of that price. Again, they are competition put together online. So I prayed for it and bought it. So, looking at my personal answers, the customer service, extra percentage on quantity quotient. That's fair enough. So I think you've got some idea about what is pricing put together. I just want to just have a recall of these things. The important concepts in this model, student, please understand. I just touched up on it. You cannot finish one full module in 1 hour. Please understand. That's why student presentations will come into play. And if you still have doubts on any concept, please let me know. I'm repeating the important concepts in this module. The role of pricing in marketing, as to how pricing is a crucial element in marketing, the factors influencing pricing, as to what are the different aspects of variables which comes into play when you're pricing. That's why I say if you play your dream company, you get thousands of genuine answers. What is your pricing objective? What is the methods of pricing? I spoke about cost plus and all that, right? What is the strategies like skimming, penetrative? I spoke about new product pricing. I give an example of this veg thought, right? So I just want to take it back again. See, I showed you about this, right? So they would also have considered a lot of points which we discussed about. They would have seen the demand, they would have seen the cost, they would see the factors like the incentives for the consumers. They also, I can't think this is a penetrative strategy by them. Just 155 bucks for 250 grams of this particular product. So that once it becomes popular, they will slowly increase the price over a period of time. So their intention is very clear. They want this product to be used by many. Awareness is created so that many people end up coming and buying the product. So when demand increases slowly, the margin of pricing also will increase. So markup also could come into play there. There are a lot of strategies. That's why pricing looks similar, looks simple, but no, it is very complicated, and you suddenly cannot change the price because factors will come into play. Sometimes government regulation also will come. My cat has got up. Say hi to Tiger. Oh, Tiger. Hi to everyone. Okay, he doesn't want to come to us. So let him sleep anyways. So facts are this. Okay, any questions, students, now before we conclude? I showed you the facts here. Pricing, psychological pricing, all that comes into play. Yeah. Any questions, students? Now, if anyone wants to talk, please mention your name there, and then I will give you permission to have a quick talk. Just 1 hour. Thanks for bearing with me. Watch this go. I had a lot of meeting. Yeah. After that, I'll just take 1 minute time just to tell you what happened. Any questions? Anyone who want to add upon anything? Anyone? Accessibility, no questions. Megachi, no questions. Okay, no questions. Okay, fine. I'll quickly go straight to what happened in the staff meeting. We had a discussion in the staff meeting where our director and all faculties were there. Now, there are a lot of rumors and a lot of news coming about when college start and all. The first thing I would like to tell all my dear students, don't worry. Have the smile on your face, nothing to worry. See, this is happening first time, right? Even Faraj and everyone, it's happening for the first time. So don't get panicked. Even they are trying their level best to see that how the system can run and flow in the perfect manner for this year. This is an exception. Like in management, we have studied contingencies, right? Who would have thought of this, right? So again, day by day, they are looking at different aspects put together. They're giving us also more freedom as to how to conduct the exams right now, internal marks giving them, how to conduct classes, like how we are doing right now. And they will try their level best to make sure that you do not get any trouble put together. I'm telling you all, don't worry about exams or not. You prepare whatever you can prepare, whatever communication we are giving it to you. See, I understand some of you getting, you're stuck at home, you're feeling that irritation. So even I am. We other guys, we like to go outside, right? We don't like to sit at home. But this is something which is important. You have to be careful about it. So that is one part of it. Second thing here is don't worry much about your marks as of now, about your last semester marks or this semester. University will not simply do anything out of the box. They are very much concerned about all of you, and they will take the right course of action. It's just MBA students. Every course student is having some issue or the other. They have to consider all of that. So that's a circular. In I think according to me, in a week's time, we'll get clear idea as to what is the pattern of academic calendar, how things are going to go. So my suggestion is let's not depend on them. Let us try to prepare ourselves as far as possible. Whatever your faculties are trying to reach out to you and try to take classes or materials, from your side, you try to do it. Don't worry. I am sure there will be a lot of benefits for students in terms of time or whatever has to happen. So don't get worried about it. Also, the director and the faculties had a suggestion that just to keep the students more interactive and engaged. I know you have your presentations and classes and all that. That is one side of it. Another side here is I'm going to shortly send you a message whereby you would have to get yourself involved in creating some creative video of your choice. Again, it depends on, it's optional, it's not compulsory, of course, but as a class advisor to first MBA at least, first MBA, I think Harshita ma'am also will tell you, so I don't mind sharing the same information. You will have to create some videos on coronavirus in terms of positive outcome. So that will also be, there's a part of competition also. So the best of the videos will be getting some prize. Also, we're going to use it on a social media for SDM platform and push it across. Also, we thought we'll do something creative. So I'll be sending you a WhatsApp group message on this aspect. So each class, at least minimum 2 videos, I think, or 4 videos, some kind of minimum videos are required out of it, and we'll be giving you a small deadline also. So you could utilize your creativity. You can form your own teams, put together. Again, the strategies will be different. I am a class advisor first A, so I can create a strategy discussing with my students. First MBA B, I'm sure Harshita ma'am will get in touch with you, and she will devise with you as to how to create classes, or groups or whatever way. So the strategy is given to us, so we are going to use it separately. I'll get in touch with my students on that. So that's it, students. Don't worry. You have to live our life. It's going to go on. Nothing to worry about. My suggestion here: the theoretical subjects, whatever you can, try to finish it properly, manage it as much as possible. Practical faculties, if they want time once a college starts, if theoretical aspects are covered as much as possible, more time can be given for practical working out. That way we can manage your time also. So we should understand what is important, what cannot be done online, what can be done offline and online. All these aspects can be considered. I hope that is very, very clear for today. So I think I've covered all the things. Let me just see if anything is missing. Yeah, remember, this Google Classroom is only intended for Google Meet. Okay, I will not be disturbing you much. I'm trying to have this kind of interaction maybe 3 to 4 times maximum, much more. Maybe a little bit more if time permits. I'll not try to increase it much more. Next time onwards, I will not start late. I started late because I got a lot of messages from students and tried to connect with them on board or whatever. Next time onwards, straight up, we're going to start. We're going to keep it 45 minutes strictly. I don't want to get more. My voice also, I don't want to get much. So that's about it right now. Can't think of it. Yeah, this Google Classroom remains for online for this media. All your other classroom, that is your marketing first MBA, marketing first MBA B, that content remains there. I'll add more content there, including today. I'll be adding more content. I hope you are looking into the videos. I take a lot of time to search for some good content and put it across there. I know I put little bit more content than less content, because I thought more is better than less. So depends on you. Some of you may get some one particular video, you understand the concept better. Some of you may like some other videos. That's it. Let's see if I got some question. No question. This is already received, sir. Good. That is already got that. I think must be good. First, I'll be sending it right now. Thank you for the session. Thank you everyone for coming in. I'm sorry if there was some disturbance, whatever. We're trying our level best to reach out. So remain calm. Don't worry. You have holidays, yeah. Come on. Students love holidays, right? They love to be at home. So try to convert your mind, recondition your mind. I know staying at home is not easy. Try to change your mindset. Now, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing games with my students. I'm learning something online. I'm playing with my pets put together. I'm going for a walk. I'm enjoying the nature. I'm spending time with my family put together. I'm thinking of some ideas. I'm thinking on my dream company put together. I don't know. I'm trying to discover some new stuff. This is a good time to do all that. In addition to your studies and all, try to take it in a positive way, because this time you will never get in your life again. Trust me on it. If you had told me that, oh, I'm going to get 2 months, 3 months off and do nothing, oh my God, I would not have believed it. Just 2 months back, 1 month back, we are busy with nap. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock night is to sit and work. And now suddenly, see, this thing happens. Life is totally unpredictable. It's up to us how we see our life, Think it positively. If you think it's negative, even if you get all the money in the world, all the things that you want, you still not be happy about it. Let us try to change our mindset here, students. That's all right? So this video will remain back in the Google Classroom. I will share it on this particular classroom itself. So I'll restrict that to this, okay? Life is full of surprises. Yes, Varun, I totally agree. So last 1 minute, anyone has to comment something, please let me know. All right? I'm happy playing some games with my students also. That is how we should not be like, oh, I'm a sir, I should not play with my student. I am a human being. You're a human being playing. And I love to defeat my students. I'm sure the students also like to defeat me. But you should have the competitive spirit amongst you. Ludo, let it be. 8 Ball, let it be. Is there any other games which you can play multiplayer? Let me know. There's a game called Word, 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 where you can play on it. There is 8 Ball pool. You can add me there. I'm there. I'm pretty good at it. I don't want to defeat you. Ludo, anyways, I'm the champ here. So some students don't know about it. They can't defeat me easily, you know. So there are a lot of other things. So if you have some good games, please let me know. All right. Stay at home. I am staying at home. PUBG, no, sorry, no, I don't get addicted to a very, very good game, which will, I'm scared because once college starts, to change our routine back to the work life, you know, it's very tough. So I want to make sure I want to be within the purview, not to get into some indulging games like PUBG. It's very scary. All right. Thank you so much, students. I hope you have a great evening. See you soon. Mini minute. Sorry, not for. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.